Hello, and welcome to Entertain Me, the only gossip and entertainment YouTube show that is hosted by me, the Fat Mantis. And today, we're doing the Black Report. And I want to start us off with a moment of silence for my man, Chadwick Boseman. Now, I know it's been a while, it's been about 2 weeks since his passing, but it's never too late to mourn and take a moment. I know this channel hasn't had the opportunity to do so, so we'll do it now. We didn't lose a king, we lost our king. You will be missed. So we're going to start this off with my man John Boyega. Now, I know you all know he just recently slammed Disney, where he was pointing out that him and other minority characters were used heavily in the marketing campaign, but then were pushed aside and made jokes. Basically, he couldn't even be somebody's driver. He couldn't be the black driver because he was too busy being a space janitor. That's right, they literally had him sweeping the floors in a Star Wars trilogy. Now he's pointing out that he is sick of it and he didn't care for it. And it's what it is, it's flipping the script on everyone who was talking about how diverse and wonderful the new Star Wars is. Basically, the white narrative was this was amazing that Star Wars went with a diverse cast, yada, 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 and then he just points this out that I can't believe that no one else noticed. I mean, me and other minorities have been complaining about this for quite some time, but nobody seemed to care. Finally, somebody's listening. Now, I have a way to rectify this and make this better for everybody. You can't undo the insult, but what I can do is you can make it up for certain actors. So here's what I propose. We should give John Boyega a Disney Plus show, a Finn show, where he travels around and he goes to find a lost Jedi who was one of the students of Luke Skywalker's Jedi Academy who survived Kylo's massacre of it. He learns the ways of the Force. By the way, I think he should be played by my man Ahmed Best, who once played Jar Jar, because they have to make things up for him too. But he learns the ways of the Force, but then later on finds a clue as to who his parents is. He goes on a mission to the Outer Rim to go save his parents, who are in the clutches of an evil cyborg, Gwendolyn Christie, who survived the destruction of the Star Destroyer, is still alive as a twisted cyborg who has an enslaved mind control stormtrooper still under his command. He needs to defeat him, save his parents, and free the enslaved stormtroopers. This would be the greatest Disney Plus show ever. I am putting out here that we should call it The Legend of the Black Jedi. Boom. Moving on. My man Ray Fisher, we all know Ray Fisher, he played Cyborg in Justice League and not much else. I don't think he's in like anything else. He's not like known for anything. He was a relative newcomer to mainstream Hollywood. Now he is recently complaining, at first he started his complaints about how Joss Whedon treated him on set of Justice League, and when we thought that was pretty probably true, because we know how Joss Whedon rolls. He's got, there are a lot of stories about him, and he's kind of a shady cat in the first place, and WB was ready to let him crucify him, because, hey, it's whatever. Whedon has already been laughed out of the Hollywood circles already. So they said, fine, go with it. But then he started attacking the producer and former comic book writer, Jeff Johns. Now, I'm not a fan of Jeff Johns. However, apparently, Warner Brothers is, and they came to his defense. They literally came to Ray Fisher with lawyers, and they were like, you need to hush up. You need to shut it down. Now, at this point, here's why I think Ray Fisher was losing his mind. He should have leveraged his original complaints for a new movie role. He should have been like, yeah, I got a lot of complaints. He should have talked to Walter Hamada. He should have been like, the CEO of Warner Brothers, he should have been like, I got a lot of complaints. It might be easier to shut up if I had an acting gig. And that's not flat out blackmail, but this is how many actors, not all actors, but that you have to leverage certain things. And I'm sure they're willing to play ball. Just let him continue acting as, acting in the business, because currently Ray Fisher is not. Since Justice League, he has no jobs, no prospects, and I'm not even sure if he has an agent. However, Ray Fisher decides to just double down, triple down, and keeps telling public stories, horrible stories about the horrible treatment Jeff Johns, and I'm pretty sure probably did to him. And he just kept slandering him, and people are wondering, what does he want? What in God's name does he want? Now, I think Ray Fisher is angling to have a lawsuit. I don't think he wants to keep acting. I think he wants free money, which I think is foolish. With a career in acting, he could achieve much more over the long run. Basically, he could keep that money coming in, because also, we all know these lawsuits are not slam dunks, especially since this is an argument of, like, he's saying what he said, it's one story against another, and there's no receipts, man. He doesn't have receipts. That's what I'm talking about. So Ray Fisher, man, not super smart. Moving on, I want to talk about Green Lantern 2. Now, I just recently saw Green Lantern 1, 2011 movie. I think it's universally panned. Most people freaking don't like it. I usually don't like it, and I think mostly it was, well, it had a crappy script, but it also had horrible CGI, and it was just a debacle. But it was before his Deadpool fame. It was Ryan Reynolds, and and that's where he met his wife, Blake Lively, on the set. And beautifully masterful villain was played by Mark Strong. And they had a great cast, and they had great energy, and they had great things going on. It just was bad execution. However, Reynolds is set to come back in the Snyder Cut of the Justice League that's premiering on HBO Max in probably like 4 or 5 months. It's going to come out, and he's going to have a cameo. He's going to enter the field, at the end of the movie as the Green Lantern, which I believe can set up a number 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is the Black Report. Mantis, why are you talking about this white boy in his films? What I am suggesting is that the sequel to Green Lantern, because basically once his profile has returned on the set, people might want to see Reynolds make a sequel. And the fact that Marvel is sitting on their hands about Deadpool 3 and they're not continuing, it gives Reynolds an opportunity to switch companies and go over to the other side. But if they make one, they could do this as a buddy cop in space, where Ryan Reynolds plays Hal Jordan, a veteran Green Lantern, training a newcomer who could be John Stewart, the second most famous Green Lantern in the comic books. Now, obviously, that's going to require a black actor. And what I am suggesting to you right now is that it should be John David Washington. That's right, of Tenet fame and Black Klansman fame. Now, both of which are partners. One's a cop and one's a spy movie, but they're both where you have to be buddy and have that kind of relationship, and he already has that going for him. Basically, we're talking about this would be an outer space version of Rush Hour or Lethal Weapon or whatever, but I think John David Washington is our man. You know what I'm saying? I really think that could really be, if they keep the same cast and keep everything, just have him and enter, that would be a slam dunk. $1 billion right there. Look at all these ideas I got. Look at all these ideas. And finally, I just got a report on some news that literally broke today. So we've got Jonathan Majors from Lovecraft Country fame, who was just cast as Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man #3. And that's good. I'm glad he has it. And I hope he appears in multiple movies. It sounds like it's going to be one and done, unfortunately, for him, but that's good. Now, anyone who doesn't know Jonathan Majors, he's the main reason women watch Lovecraft Country. He's their piece of candy right there. He takes his shirt off a lot, and he's jacked and all this stuff. Women love him. Now, I'll tell you, what I really want to talk about is the reason I watch Lovecraft Country, and it's this girl right here. Yeah, that's Jurnee Smollett. She doesn't wear, she shows a lot of skin too, so it's a good view. It's good. It's fun for everybody, right? Lovecraft Country. But what I'm saying here is she already has a superhero gig, which kind of fell apart. It's not her fault, as the Black Canary. Now, here's what I'm thinking. They're eventually, if successful, gonna want to make a Zack Snyder Justice League sequel to his movie, and he's probably going to have to switch the cast up and have other famous Justice Leaguers. And if Wonder Woman is the most famous female Justice Leaguer, the second most famous is Black Canary, who Jurnee already played in Birds of Prey. My suggestion is they put her into the next Justice League movie with a comics-accurate costume, and just as in the first movie, they keep doing flashbacks of Ray Fisher's Cyborg, and he's the heart. His origin story is told slowly over time, and he's the heart of the story. They do the same thing only with Black Canary. They give her an origin to her sonic screen, and they explain her martial arts past, and just give her backstory right there. And she, along with Ryan Reynolds and any other of the cast members from the first one who want to come back, would compose of Justice League storyline. I'm wondering what you guys think of that opportunity, because I really hope she can she can come out of the ashes of Birds of Prey and keep playing Black Canary, because I want to see more of her as Black Canary. But what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments. Did I miss any important Black entertainment news going on, particularly in the nerd culture? Please let me know in the comments. And please, if you even have a memory or any cool things to say about my man Chadwick Boseman, please, now is the time to say it. I love you all. Go in peace. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to keep tuning in to Voice of the Fat Mantis for the Black Report, other entertainment news, reviews, shenanigans, and an all-around good time. Until next time, ciao for now.